Wicked is now showing in cinemas, so here's my review of Wicked. This movie surprised me. I love the musical and the original Wizard of Oz film, so going into this movie I was fairly excited but also a little skeptical. But having seen it now, I have to say I was completely blown away and all my doubts melted away. Wicked of course follows Elphaba, aka the Wicked Witch of the West, and Glinda, the Good Witch of the North. It takes place before the events of the Wizard of Oz and shows us the origin of these two characters, while also offering a new perspective to the story of the Wizard of Oz and how things might not be exactly how we were told. If you love the musical or the original Wizard of Oz, this movie retains all the things you loved about them and then some. I love the friendship between Elphaba and Glinda. It was so well realized and it was nice getting to see their sisterly bond form throughout the movie. Carried of course by the amazing performances from both Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande. There's a clear love and respect these two actors have for their characters, and it shows through their performances. Cynthia Erivo gives a powerful performance as Elphaba. I think we all knew that she could definitely sing, but it's how she gets us to empathize with her character and get us to root for her is where she truly shines. Now admittedly, I'm not the biggest fan of Ariana Grande, and it's not that I don't like her as a person or anything, it's just that I don't know anything about her enough to be going out there calling myself a fan. I only know her as Kat from Victorious, and I don't really follow her music career, but having seen her in this movie, she absolutely stole the show. She was fantastic as Glinda in this movie. I'm fairly certain that she took this role to remind everyone that she can act. Again, I only know her as Kat from Victorious, and she was funny there. But that was a Nickelodeon sitcom, and a big movie musical is a whole other level, and I'd say Ariana Grande Butera is more than capable of playing in this arena. I saw a video of her recently, and it's when she was told she got the role. She was crying and she said, "I'll take good care of her," and take good care of her she has. Her love for the character is just so palpable, and it shows through her performance. Her bubbly personality was very infectious, and I was so impressed by her in this movie. The musical numbers were also spectacular. It made the jump from theatrical to cinematic experience really well. Again, if you love The Wizard of Oz and you love the Wicked musical, you won't be disappointed. There's a lot of fun Easter eggs and surprises for fans of the play, but I can't stress enough just how well these musical numbers were presented in this movie. Particularly Defying Gravity. Yes, everybody knows this song is going to be in this movie. How could it not be there? But getting to see it in this format was so great. I had the privilege of getting invited to an advanced screening of this movie in 4D, and I know 4D might not be for everyone, but having seen this movie in 4D, I truly felt immersed into this movie, especially in the Defying Gravity performance. That performance in 4D felt like a ride, and you truly felt like you were there with Elphaba as she sang this song. Now, despite liking this movie, I will say there are certain parts where it felt a little slow. I could definitely see some people having a problem with that, but me personally, I can look past something like that if the story and characters are still engaging, which they were. And the runtime is long, but not without reason. You see, this movie follows in the footsteps of movies like Dune or It, because you go on to watch this movie and when the title comes up, they surprise you with a part 1. So this movie only covers, I think, the first act of the play, but in my opinion, the movie ends on a really high note that leaves you wanting more. And not in a way that feels like it's sequel baiting, because from a character standpoint, certain characters in this movie have fully developed arcs by the end. So in no way does it ever feel like a cop-out. Overall, I'd say I had a really good time with this movie. It's definitely a pleasant surprise with amazing performances from our two leads and beautifully executed musical performances. And in my opinion, one of the best of the year.